going on, people? Today we're going to go ahead and look back at the update and see, now that we have all the information, right? We've seen the update, we knew what it is, we know the monsters. So how exactly did this update do good, and maybe did it do any bad? So we're going to reflect on it now that it's been out for about a week or so. And the one thing that I definitely want to touch on more is the Dragon Wing Arena, which is, I guess they're just renaming Dragon Arena. Now it's just Dragon Wing Arena. And the other thing that I really want to touch up on is Guild Fest, because these are areas that I thought were, I think they had good intentions, but I don't think it really did what they wanted it to do. And then of course, in that meantime, they did come out with a new hero, which is Shield Maiden, which I'm going to be slow rolling because, as I can already see, for $5 you get 10 medals, but 20 is only giving you 14. So it's like, what? So I can only imagine the $100 one is only going to give you like 22 or 24 medals, just something really terrible. So I'm just going to be slow rolling her. Every time she comes out, I'm going to be getting the 5-pack. And since she is the new hero, she is probably the one that's going to be coming out every like couple of days, because that's what they do. When a hero is new, they push it out. And so if you're going to be slow rolling her, this would be a great time, if you haven't already, to get into the Amazon Appstore and Amazon coins. So what you go ahead and do here is you can go ahead and download it from the link that I'm going to leave down in the description. And essentially what you can do is you can get 20% off with Amazon coins on in-game purchases. What you do is you download the Amazon store, and from there you download Lords Mobile. Then you launch that new Lords Mobile app that you download from Amazon and link your account through there. And then the currency that you use will be the Amazon coins that you see here. So with that, you can go ahead and purchase Amazon coins with your currency and actually start making the payments through there. So the instructions are there. The link, like I mentioned, will get you started. So if you haven't already done that, make sure that you're getting into this, because in the long run it is going to save you money. So make sure you click it on the link down in the description, and if you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section and I'll see what I can answer for you. So with Shield Maiden, the good thing is that she's not like the last hero, which was like $6,000, and I don't really understand why they went that way. But let's talk about Dragon Wing Arena, right? I do like that they added the 150 Dragon Wing boots, because again, Dragon Wing Arena, or just Dragon Arena, I guess, was very just boots intensive. There may be times that you were using 50, 100, 200, and so your boots were just being depleted. Thank goodness now that they're going to have 150. I guess the next step is going to be max army size. I do feel like they should just give you a free one regardless. But there's one thing that I'm kind of interested in, like, what was the thinking here, right? Because if you take a look at it, they'll tell you here like what the points are and all that. So that didn't really change, but they reduce the amount of forts that you can actually have or take over. I think they got away with like 6 or 7 that are no longer going to be there, that used to be there. But their counterpoint is that now you're going to need less solo points. So in this case, you're going to need 44,000 solo points instead of what used to be 52,000. So they're basically saying it's going to be easier to finish your solo. But not really. As a matter of fact, it might actually be harder. Stay with me here. Okay, they reduce the solo points that you need to finish your solo. Okay, great. Thing is, they only really reduced it by 8,000, and that's not really that groundbreaking. Like, sure, it helps, but it's not like crazy, right? But they reduce the points that you need by 8,000, but they also reduce the forts that you can get points by like 6 or 7. So at the end of the day, does that offset? I'm probably gonna say no. Honestly, I think having 7 more forts to get 8,000 more points is probably a little better than trying to get 44,000 with like 6 or 7 less forts. So I guess that was kind of like their way of kind of fixing that, but I just don't think that solo points are going to be easier to get now than they were before. If anything, it may be harder. So it's one thing that I kind of was like, well, I like the Dragon Wing boots, but everything else I don't really see as a big improvement or a big change. I don't. The other thing that I kind of wanted to touch on, and I think is probably the biggest thing, is Guildfest. When I saw that Guildfest was going to have like this update or more tiers and whatnot, the first thing that popped to my head was, more tiers? Does that mean that we're gonna have to get into the 200 plus thousand points to just get mediocre rewards still? Or are they really gonna revamp it and really make it good? Well, unfortunately, that's exactly what they did. Take a look at my rewards, okay? So tier 27 was what we were used to, right? You get here, I think it was like what, 185,000 points. Okay, that's fine. But they added 3 more tiers, 28, 29, and 30. Look at the difference now in points, right? Where is it? So before this was the max, 185. Now to get all tiers, you need to go to 251. So you're telling me that every single person in your guild would have to average what? 2,500 points, if not more, for you to get to the last tier? Really? Really? And not only that, I mean, take a look at my rewards. I know the rewards are random, so maybe my rewards are just really crappy, but take a look at what is that? Even if I needed a lot of things from that, none of this actually makes it worth it to go all out and try to get all these tiers. Do you really think I'm gonna try to get 1,000 more points just for myself, and then everybody else try to get 1,000 more points that you're used to for 14 champion boxes? Really? Like, if anything, these last tiers should be the ones that are like really good, and they're obviously just as mediocre as the other ones. I can argue that there's earlier tiers that are probably better for me. Like this is, I can use that. I can use that. Maybe even this, the purple records. But like, these last couple of tiers, it's just more Guildfest. If anything, the people that hated Guildfest just seem more of a reason to not do Guildfest. And the people that actually liked Guildfest are just going to be like, that's not really worth it. So I don't know what exactly they were going for here. But Guildfest, the fix that Guildfest needed was not having more tiers and making it harder to get there. No. What the Guildfest fix that is needed is to make the rewards better. Because these rewards are pretty terrible right now. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I know that there's guilds out there that pride themselves in, getting top 1 or even top 50 for the gold border. And I can understand that if that gold border like stayed in your guild as a mark of, oh, you at least got it. But that goes away in a couple of weeks. So all that work is reset in just a couple of weeks. I don't know. I just feel like Guildfest really needs an overhaul, and this was not it. Like, if anything, this is going to turn people off more towards Guildfest than people are actually going to be like, oh, you know what? That's probably worth it. I don't know. Maybe that's just my point of view. I would love to see what you guys think about this last update, because honestly, man, adding more tier was not what Guildfest needed. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's probably the last thing that it needed. So, yeah. Outside of that, though, I will say the Astrolite monster, or the Astra monsters, it's been an okay update. Definitely not for free-to-play, but at the same time, if you are trying to take up a certain item, etc., it's a decent way to do it without having to actually pay. So, I guess it's a decent thing to have. And then, of course, for the free-to-play players, you do have the Forge supplies, which you do have to get a little bit lucky, but every single day you get this, and one of these days you might really hit it big. So I think overall the update was really good, especially considering how fast the turnaround was from that questionnaire that they had to actually implementing a lot of that stuff that people wanted to see in the game. That was really good to see. I hope we get more of that. There was a lot of things that were added that I really did enjoy, like the monster hunting. Oh my god, that has been such a nice addition. The ×4, ×5, ×6, whatever it is you want to do, that has been great. So there was a lot of little things like that that I do appreciate from the update. But the Guildfest one is just not it. I really wish they go back to the drawing board with Guildfest and redo the, first of all, the rewards, because it's just not that good. Everything else, okay. And hopefully they do another one of these questionnaires and we get more stuff like this, because these, especially the last type of update, those are the updates that will keep the game going long term, not the artifacts or the Astrolite updates. Those are the ones that will get people out of here. So let's have more of these type of updates, please. Some pay-to-play aspects, some free-to-play aspect, and some just really good quality of life stuff. Let's do more of that. But yeah, we'll love to see what you guys think so far of the update. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? And if so, on what? But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. Remember to check out the links down in the description for the Amazon App Store to start your saving if you have not. But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. And until later, bye.